That's it. Nico, can we start?
We can.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. Hello, my name is Andrew. I'm the chapter head of the attractions for the TTA. And thank you very, very much for everyone that actually took some time off in their very busy schedules, reviving their different tourist attractions to get with the economic situation we are in. So yeah, everyone, as I just said, my name is Andrew. The purpose of this meeting, let's quickly run through it, is to try and revive the attractions chapter of the TTA. The attractions chapter for a couple of years was quite dormant. And as we get referred to as the sexy and the most important part of tourism, which I totally agree with, we are the most important and the most fun part of tourism. But I think from the TTA's perspective, the attractions part fell away a little bit in the last couple of years, and especially now with the situation with the COVID as well. And this is more to try and revive the whole sector. I think let's start off by just introducing everyone. If everyone can just quickly, as I mentioned your name, just tell us who you are and why are you invited to this very important meeting. So first, Nico.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nico. I'm the chairperson of the Tshwane Tourism Association and also the head of the hotel chapter, because my real profession is I'm actually a hotelier at the Manhattan Hotel.
Thank you, Nico. Liz?
You're on mute, Liz.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm the secretary of the Tshwane Tourism Association. So I'm here to assist wherever possible to facilitate interactions with our members and between the chapters.
Thank you, Liz. Talita?
Good morning. I'm Talita. I'm from the South African Post Office Museum, and I'm a total museum, I don't want to say freak, but enthusiast. And I think by working together, we can get done more.
Talita, you seem to be a life enthusiast. Thank you for joining. Ntombi?
Hi all, I'm Ntombi Makakula. I'm the admin officer of the Tshwane Tourism Association.
Thanks for joining, Ntombi. Henry, Basil?
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Henry Basil. I'm the PR and Comms manager at Times Square, which includes the Times Square Hotel, the casino, the Maslow, and also the Sun Arena, which I'm assuming I got invited for this meeting to give you guys a quick update about the Sun Arena. I'm sorry, my camera seems to be not lacquer on the laptop, so apologies. I'm not going to show you my pretty face. But yeah, thank you for the invite. It's good to be here, and it's good to see that the TTA is up and running again.
Thank you very much, Henry Basil. Yeah, I know any meeting before 10 o'clock, I'm also in my pajamas most times. Thank you for that. MC.
Good morning. My name is MC. I'm the marketing manager for Centurion Mall, and I think it's time that we join hands and see where we can go together.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you, MC. Marianda.
Hello, Marianda Slebush, representing the Voortrekker Monument, and I seem to have a camera problem as well.
Trust, can I ask you to come in quickly?
You're on mute, Trust.
Trust, you're on mute.
All right. I'm head of sales with Pramedia Outdoor. And I'm representing our various interests within the Tshwane region, including some of the shopping centers like Menlyn Shopping Center. So yeah, good to be here.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Trust. Thank you, awesome. And last but not least, David Boshoff, thank you for joining. I see you in as well. Can you quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, Nico. Yes, sorry, man, I'm a bit late.
No
yes, I'm David Boshoff. I'm the Reserve General Manager at the Dinuken Game Reserve.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Guys, from my side, it's an absolute privilege to have the quality of people joining us for this meeting. Unfortunately, there is a couple of people that couldn't make it. They had some previous engagements, and also some people had some problems technically with the Zoom, as the municipality, for example, only runs on Teams. But we will in future just try and sort this out as we go ahead with these meetings. Okay, for the people that just came in, the purpose of this meeting basically is just to, for the people that are not part of the TTA yet and don't know the TTA, is to introduce the TTA to you guys. And then more specifically, under the chapters, attractions, which falls under my portfolio, is to try and revive the attractions chapter and to get people on board that really are like Talita enthusiasts, and also that are well-known people in the industry, but also in your own area of expertise. So before I carry on with what we want to try and do with the attractions chapter, can I give it over to Niku? Niku is our chairman of the board of the TTA, and also like he refers to himself as a hotelier. Niku will tell us a little bit about the TTA and what the TTA is all about, and how far the TTA has come, and why you need to be part of the TTA and run this this chapter through the TTA. Niku.
Thanks, Andrew. So guys, yeah, I can keep you busy the whole day with TTA. There's so many things that we are busy with currently, and I'm going to just dash through it so that you just get an overview of how far-reaching the TTA is in terms of tourism within Tshwane. But because I really want us to get to the sexy stuff, and that's Andrew's chapter, in terms of you know, how we can going to collaborate, like MC is saying. It's exactly the what we're trying to do. That's kind of like my role as the chairperson, as well as my office, the girls in the office. We connect the dots, and we're trying to get people to be on the same page, and also to collaborate and not to reinvent the wheel, as well as not to duplicate. So our head of the attractions chapter is Andrew Dorfel. Andrew has been a breath of fresh air. He's only joined the board this year, where I kind of like cahoots him into being involved, and it was an excellent move from my part, if I may say so, because Andrew is really up and running. Andrew has been very focused on getting the attractions chapter organized, and I love that, because unfortunately it went by the wayside. And I think from the time that Andrew has started, we have really increased our momentum. And the categories that falls under attractions is adventure activities, arts and culture, historical, nature reserves, theme park, and sporting activities, and then others. So we are panel beating this. And then also obviously a main thing that is on Andrew's to-do list is establish a committee with representatives. And this is exactly why we are here today, because we've identified key role players within the industry. And yes, you guys are those role players. And we feel that you know, if we're going to have an overall view of attractions with all the different categories, we need more people around the table. And this was Andrew's brainchild, and we are very excited about his progress. So just a few things. Like I said, my name is Nico. I'm the chairperson of the TTA. COVID obviously has impacted us severely, and the TTA team during this time was busy with various relationships, and also making sure that we have a proper board structure, and how we take things forward. The new board was elected. The chairperson and vice chair was elected. Treasurer was elected. Chapter heads assisted and replaced where needed. And then office monitor and deliverables and daily operations, which this is the office is there to assist the various chapters. Our communication platforms, we've got various communication platforms. Our main communication platform obviously is WhatsApp for quick interaction and quick information sharing. And it's also divided into the different chapters. We found that some information might be more relevant to certain chapters, and also the groups became too big because of our membership base and we ran out of space. So we have a general group, but we've also got various chapters and also subcategories within those chapters, and I'll explain to you shortly. Website is updated, and then also our governance was also updated. We updated our constitution. Something that was very relevant this year is obviously the POPI Act that came into play. The TTA managed to get with our labor advocate, which is also a supplier member, that is giving a free POPI manual as well as a 30-minute consultation for all TTA members, and the office will assist with that action. So accommodation chapter, this is one of our chapters. Susan Mare, she's the chapter head. They are, and also what you will see is each chapter head knows exactly what is relevant, or should know what is relevant within her chapter. Reason being is accommodation chapter. The accommodation chapter is all establishments with 50 or less rooms. We found that we had to split them from the hotels because the needs are different, and we talk about different things. And Susan has got her own guest house. So she comes from Marriott, so lots of experience, and she's great as a chapter head with regards to the smaller B&Bs, boutique hotels, in terms of what is relevant, like smaller property management system, going systems into cloud. These are the things that she's assisting and facilitating suppliers to talk to her chapter and how they can improve their own businesses. Hanru, like I mentioned, his main objective now is currently to get the committee organized, but there's many projects and he'll talk further about that later. Our conference and events chapter, it's also my vice chair of the TTA, Bronwyn Cadel de Ponte. She's also the general manager of the CSIR. Then a corporate social investment chapter is Annette Burden. She is very passionate about charity work, and we couldn't find a better person that is doing various things in terms of projects that she's working with the city, and we will give you guys more information going forward. Our digital and marketing chapter at Chafiwa Makani, he also owns his own digital and marketing company. He heads up this chapter, and he's responsible for helping us updating our websites, getting job portals, and everything that comes from the various chapters from a digital point of view. Chafiwa is our magic man when it comes to the digital technology. Right, education and youth chapter, Renelle Besaden, she's also owner of the Capital Hotel School. She's very passionate about education. And obviously within her trade, we are focusing, a big project that we're focusing on, and which is very passionate about working with the restaurant chapter, is to get our waiters graded. And then obviously integrated learning and everything relating to students. We are also very excited that within this chapter, we have now created a youth chapter. And this is run by Professor Elizabeth from the University of Pretoria. She's rounded up the troops from the different institutions, and she is helping us set up a committee where we have a student group where any organization within the TTA can tap into, say it being a case study or whatever it might be, where we need the youth's input. And I think it's something that is very important that we have overlooked before, but not anymore. Our finance and governance chapter, Abia Rakoma, he's also the general manager of the City Lodge in Hatfield. He is our speak cop with his committee. They make sure that we have all our checks and balances in place, and that the financial and governing of the TTA is transparent, above board, and improving constantly. Then myself, like I said, I'm also heading up the hotel chapter because of the fact that I am within the hotel industry within Tshwane, and we've got a great group of hoteliers, which obviously are very much ready to recover because our specific section also have been severely affected by COVID. Restaurant chapter, Christian Morana, he's also the owner of Villa San Giovanni, as well as Eat in Italia. He heads up our restaurant chapter. There's a lot of things that they are also busy with. Spa and wellness chapter. Chapter head is Natasha Ripnarain. She's the marketing and communications manager for Mangwanani Spa. And she has also got a chapter that we want to develop in terms of the spoil factor within Tshwane. Then our supply and procurement chapter, Danielle Lombard, she owns an insurance company, also a supplier member. She's recently joined us because of our previous board member, Beulah, that has unfortunately now become an advisory board member due to involvement with a company called PUM, that we are busy working from the Netherlands that gives online and remote support to businesses with experts that are made available free of charge. So Danielle has just taken over, and there's a couple of things that we're working on that we've taken over from Beulah as well. Travel agent and tour operator chapter, our head here is Valentino Mirotti. He also owns a tour operator company, and he has also just taken over recently this year. So fresh ideas, and we are busy. Also something that is very exciting that we've just spoke about yesterday in our meeting, that we want to create a food tour or like a restaurant hopping with owners giving insight to the different restaurants. So this is something that's upcoming that we are very excited about. Then, like I mentioned, our previous board member that was head of supply and procurement, she is now our advisory board member that also helps us with stakeholder engagements. Beulah has got a great CV. She used to be at the Department of Tourism. She's also now got her own consulting company, and obviously also the representative for PUM, that is with the hospitality experts that gives advice. Strategic relation, stakeholder engagement, this is ongoing. We've got a planning, and we were part of the planning and briefing of the mayoral address. We are developing a memorandum of agreement with the city in terms of mobilizing the various departments that we need, and also we want to make sure that people understand the importance of tourism. I think it's long overdue that the city realizes that we need to have an infrastructure where everybody in the various departments within the city, there's somebody dedicated to tourism to get things done. So being it parks and grounds, being it signage, being it waste removal, there's so many different departments that we've realized the missing link is actually to have a committee within tourism, within the different areas, and we are busy establishing this, and it's going extremely well. So in a nutshell, that is the TTA. We are super excited about this chapter because I really believe that the attractions chapter is key to us in terms of reviving the industry, get feet into the city, fill up the restaurants, fill up the hotels, events. These are the things that are extremely important. Somebody that was also to be part of this meeting today, but unfortunately was called to an important meeting, is the Blue Bulls company, which is Loftus Versfeld. So the people around the table, including yourself, we've got the right people in the room, and I think Hanru is onto something big in terms of getting decisions made, getting input from various stakeholders within the attractions chapter. So the TTA is obviously there to coordinate and to give support and to give the platform. But the guys on this committee, have got high hopes to actually transform the way we do things, and also for people to stop thinking that Cape Town has got many things to do. It's nonsense. We've got so many things to do, and I think it's because of the lack of collaboration that we missed, that is no longer an option. And yeah, we're gonna fix this ASAP. And that's it. So in a nutshell, the TTA.
Nico, thank you very much. Just one question I quickly want to ask you. How many members do the TTA have at present?
So currently, Les can correct me, but it's about 250, Les?
Yeah, 240 to 250, yeah.
240 to 250, yeah. And with various, within the various chapters.
And for how long has the TTA been running?
TTA has been running since
2001.
Yes, 2001.
So thank you very much, Nico. Yeah, now it's just pertinent for the new people to understand that the TTA is not a fly-by-night. It is probably, well, it is the biggest association, private association in tourism in Tshwane.
And just to interrupt you, actually, the other day we are the poster child of associations within South Africa because of our infrastructure. So yeah, we've got a huge shoes to maintain on a daily basis because you know we are strong and also we're big now with all our board members. So yeah, so we're quite proud of that label.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, just to show that, you know, we TTA is the voice for Tshwane, for all tourism product owners. And the bigger the association gets, the stronger the voice gets. We're also busy with very good projects and collaboration with the municipality as well and government bodies. So a lot of the problems that we, as myself included as a product owner, experience through the TTA, you've got a stronger voice, and through the different chapters, you've got a stronger voice to actually get to the correct people to air your problems, but then also opportunities that arises from that. So, Nico, thank you very much for that very quick introduction.
Yeah, because you know I can go on for days.
Okay. So, guys, from my side now, Nico, if you can maybe put the setup of the different categories within my chapter. So everyone knows what we're talking about again.
Sorry, Andrew, can I just interrupt you there for a minute, if you don't mind? As I arranged with Nico, I'm going to have to jump off this call. I've got another one now starting at 9:30. But if I just may briefly for about 15 seconds say that thank you for this invitation. I'm very excited to see what's happening in the TTA. I'm very excited to see this new attractions chapter. I think just from a Times Square perspective, everyone knows that the Dome unfortunately did not make COVID. So the Ticket Pro Dome has now closed down for shows and events. I can share this in this forum that about 50 to 80% of those bookings are in the process of moving to the Sun Arena, which is now also rebranded as the Sun Bet Arena. So as soon as our president and our government allows us to open up again and start having events, I can guarantee you that the floodgates are going to be opening. So we're very excited to see what's going to happen. Our calendars are filling up very quickly for international shows, local shows, events in the Sun Bet Arena. I think it's just a matter of time. So we are very excited to be involved in here, and let us know what you need. Let us know how we can get involved. Unfortunately, we can't share too much at this moment, but once everything falls in place and once we have all our protocols in place together with the Command Council and everyone involved on how to do events, it's going to be a fantastic bright light that will be shining again in Tshwane from an events perspective.
Music to our ears. Listen, Henry, so can we then confirm that you will be part of this committee before you leave?
Nico, you're putting me on the spot here. I believe, yeah, you are. I think we'll just have to obviously just juggle the workloads. I don't want to, put my hand up and then, from a capacity point of view, I won't be able to serve.
Henry, we are all busy. We are all busy, but we need to pay it forward now. Come, you are a very important part of this committee as well. So come, you can do this. Whatever time we can get from you.
That's fine. You can put my name on. I'm looking forward to to serving here. So
Fantastic.
I'm going to have to jump off, guys. So, but thank you for the invite, Nico. Mindro, thank you, and then we'll be in touch. Thank you, everyone. Apologies for leaving the call now, but we're excited for what's happening.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks, Andrew Basil.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks.
So for the rest of the people, before anyone else jumps off, let me quickly run through the different categories with you guys, and then just tell you exactly what it is that we foresee for this chapter for the next year or so, to get this revived, to revive the tourism, but especially the attractions within Tshwane. So the first thing that I've done since joining was to just try and get a little bit of structure within this chapter or in this. And what we've done is, and thank you very much for Nico, but also for Talita helping me with this. But this is also not set in stone, guys. If you feel in future that we have to change a little bit to incorporate more people in this chapter, then obviously it's very easy. We do that. We're going to be the committee, or the committee will then sit and change the different categories. The categories that, as we have it at the moment, is, let's start with the adventure activities. Basically, that is any activity, anything from hiking right through to bungee jumping, if you want to go that far. But any activities that people provide within Tshwane. That also includes, obviously, game drives as well. That overflows with some of the other things. The second one is arts and culture. So that includes all the art galleries, the arts and crafts markets, the markets, dance groups, village tours, anything to do with arts and culture. The next one is historical. We've also renamed it to heritage. And that is basically all the museums and monuments. That is a huge chapter and a huge revival that we need. In this category, I'm going to definitely need 2 board members. That is the big aim of this meeting and the next step of what we're trying to do in the attractions chapter. Following that is nature reserves, also a very, very big, and I'm going to again need at least 2 different people in this one. We're talking about all private game farms or private parks, talking about municipality or nature reserves within the municipality. I know there's 8 of them. We're talking about one of our flagship activities or attractions in Tshwane, and that is Dinokeng, the Dinokeng Game Reserve, Big 5 Game Reserve within our boundaries, and a huge draw card for Tshwane. And then also all smaller little game parks and nature reserves. So a very big part of the attractions as well. The next one, just theme park.
Morning, Lillian. Lily?
Sorry, your mic is on there. Okay, so the next one, theme parks. Theme parks include also all the Sunbeam parks, the zoo, the botanical gardens, but it also includes water parks like Dinokeng Resort, bird parks, and then some of the indoor activities like your bounce and places like that. Next one, huge attractions leg as well as sports. So that includes all our sports activity, all golf courses, the high performance center at Tuks. It includes indoor sport arenas. It includes then Mamelodi Sundowns, which is huge within our attraction chapter. And then Loftus, the Blue Bulls, as Nico already mentioned. And the last one is other. And other is where Henry, the casinos, the events, big events, arenas, shopping malls, which is basically, guys, attractions that people come to see. One of our first meetings 2 months ago that we held was a little bit of a workshop of attractions. And unfortunately, not every one of you were invited yet at that stage. But we got a lady in Sabina Lehman. She's got a CV as long as a list as my arm. But just to basically give you a background, Sabina is the president and founder of the Africans Attractions chapter. She also has a consulting business and she resides in Cape Town. Now, Sabina ran the workshop for us, and there's very, very interesting facts that came through, especially post-COVID, that we cannot call it yet, but we're getting there, hopefully, and how tourism has changed, but especially for the attractions chapter. Now, Sabina spent 2 days in Tshwane about 3-4 months ago. And it was extremely interesting to get some feedback from Sabina as a tourist visiting our area. And I think, you know, I had a meeting yesterday with the TTA, which is the Dinokeng Tourism Authority. And it's very difficult for people, owners, especially if you've been in your establishment for 10+ years, to actually sit back and be a tourist within your own product. And if I say product, I'm talking about Tshwane as a whole and the attractions that we offer here. And one of the biggest things that came out of the workshop was the lack in communication and cross-pollination or marketing within our chapter. In other words, like she said, she visited the Jafta Art Gallery. It took her 45 minutes to an hour. She said it was absolutely amazing. But then after that, she had no idea where to go to. And there was no information there to show her into the next place to go to. And this is part of the whole idea of this chapter, and to revive the tourism within this chapter and within our industry. A lot of especially, and everyone can see that, especially in Dinokeng as well, local tourism has taken over in the last 2 years, obviously with the COVID situation. But I think also it's opened doors for future, where your local people realize that there's more to do within their own boundaries. You can mention Cape Town, that has the mountain, Hoopidoo, and other places has the ocean and whatever. But as a whole, we've got such an amazing product to give to the tourist market. And for us to be able to compete against other towns and other places like Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, whatever, if we do not stand together and work together and do package deals together, you can only do so much alone. And you cannot compete for huge markets if this is the case. I'm going to take a small, you mentioned our tour operator chapter now, that's starting a little bit of a restaurant hopping food tour. And that is one other thing that Sabina brought out, was the need to create package deals, or let's call it destination, or let's call it tours, with a common theme. So because I'm in the adventure industry, it's very easy for me to use this as an example, to do a Big 5 Tshwane adventure package where you go to 5 different places and experience different adventure activities. Let's say a hike at the monument, horse riding at the next place, and a zip line at the next place, but a Big 5 package deal. But the same goes for something like monuments and museums and heritage, where you can work together with our tour operators to put a package deal, and they do obviously the transport and everything, but take them to a common theme of art galleries or monuments or something in history. And that is the aim of this chapter, and what we're seeing for future is to network within the chapter, then to network within the TTA, from our chapter to the restaurants, to accommodation, to all the rest of the package deals together, and to market each other, and therefore market the whole destination Tshwane as a whole. So basically, in a nutshell, that is what we're aiming for. There's a lot of different ways to do that, in forms of brochures, brochure stands, working together with a brochure management, for example, do a map, whatever it is. There's so many different ways to do it, and that is why we're trying to get out of each category in the chapter the prominent people or products to sit together and form a committee, and then from here to work together forward to bring more tourists to our establishments, but then in the end to bring more tourists to Tshwane.
I just copied the link for everybody of your meeting that was held on the 28th of July, where Sabina did that presentation, and I still think about that meeting often in terms of, you know, how simple it is to miss the boat, and also for us, there's so much that we can do immediately. And yeah, so guys, if you look at the chat box, please copy that link and just go and view this video, especially the presentation part. It's really a good presentation in terms of what Handru is going to work towards and achieving in this chapter with everybody's help.
Yes, Nico, just you know, to reiterate on that, I think it is extremely good video just to go and see the presentation that Sabina gave us. Just world trends and South African trends as well. She mentioned, for example, and I cannot remember the exact stats and numbers, but 2 years ago, people posted photographs of themselves opening boxes. In other words, on Instagram, even on Facebook, they showed people what they spent money on. And it was always a box, take a lot or whatever, a box that they opened with new merchandise. And it's totally changed now. They do not buy, people don't buy anymore. I can't remember the stats exactly, but they're spending money on experiences. And experiences is 100% where we lie in as attractions chapter.
The sexy part.
The sexy part, like you mentioned. And also with the attractions part, the sexy part is also, we've got a responsibility as well towards the other legs in tourism.
For sure.
I always take the example as well. We are in Cullinan, and the hotels and guest houses in our area, they normally fully book on a Saturday evening because that is when people come for weddings and all the rest of it. But by offering different attractions within our town, people now suddenly stay 2, 3, 4 days. Yesterday in Dinukeng as well, we also heard that the average stay has gone from a 2 days to a 4.5 days now. People book up to a week in the game reserve, and I'm sure David will be able to elaborate on that. But in the end of the day, people also don't want to go to a game reserve anymore and spend 7-day game drive. They want to do something else as well. So there's other attractions and other things, and that's where the different people within our attraction chapter have to work together to then obviously keep your tourists there, then the accommodation, then the restaurants, then everyone else will boom from that. So I still believe we are the most important, not only the sexy part, but we are the most important part of the tourism in Tshwane. And that is why I need a very strong committee to help me drive this, and therefore the people that are in this meeting is part of who we invited and identified. And guys, yeah, I'm going to open it up to a couple of questions, anyone for questions, and we'll take it from there.
Awesome. Very exciting. So just to let you guys know, that Handru obviously will be part or will be managing this committee and the progress, as well as the things that you guys feel is important. And then I have a meeting with each of my board members, including Handru, once a month, where we filter things through to the office and we give support where needed. So that's kind of like, it's going to be a once a month meeting. So it's not going to be like taking up Henry Basil thinks it's going to take up his whole year. It's just literally sitting at the right table and being part of the discussion. And that's kind of like what we really need from this group. Sorry.
I think, David, you wanted to ask something?
Yes, I know. Thanks, man. Maybe, yeah, something from my side is that we have an established marketing committee with certain role and responsibilities. I will then form part of this committee, but then also we'll have a chat to our marketing committee if there's any more information needed.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, David.
I can jump in from Centurion Mall. So I must say this is the first meeting that gets me excited because it's so in line with our new strat, being the heart of Centurion, working together with communities. And as you know, events for us is not on the calendar yet because of the COVID regulations. But all the other things I can see joining hands with you all. I mean, from maybe a stamp fair, and I'm committing now to stuff that please don't call me on that, but maybe
MC, this session is recorded, eh?
I know. That's why I choose my words very carefully.
That's fine.
But maybe a pop-up shop for you guys, if we have an empty space where you can have a temporary office to market yourself to the public, and us joining hands, say competitions or stuff that we can put together. So I'm in 100%. I am really excited. This is spot on for us.
Stunning.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for being part of it. And thank you for saying that, because I think that's exactly what we're trying to do, is we're trying to actually just get everybody on the map. And that includes Centurion Mall. Tell us what there is available. Let's market it to our 5,000 database email. I mean, Trust would know, because they, as part of Mainland Shopping Center, also like included TTA from a tourism travel market point of view. So Trust, I see your hands up.
Thanks, Nico. So I think, basically from our perspective, as well as in continuation of what efforts we've had so far, it's reiterating even the very same point that MC has mentioned. You know, I think now more than ever, there is need for us to join hands and work together, showcase the various businesses to the audience. At this point in time, because the events section has been closed, I do believe that, you know, the shopping destinations remain pretty much the only destinations that have a high convergence of shoppers at any given time. So I think we need to definitely capitalize on that. There are collaborative efforts that we can have in place. And I think we would, from a Primedia perspective, we are going to be presenting back to you, Nico and team, on execution, which will see us bringing various benefits to the likes of, you know, Centurion, to the Centurion Mall, the likes of Mainland as well, because I think all players can definitely, you know, play a part in terms of, you know, helping the industry and making sure that from a progression perspective, we've promoted domestic tourism. We've played our part in making sure that, you know, the message is out there. People can know what's on offer. And I think, the idea of pop-up shops is definitely very possible. There are other extensions that we also would like to bring on the table. And like I said, you know, we'll set out something separate. And it's not to exclude any party, as much as, you know, the previous executions have been predominantly focused on Mainland. This one is actually looking at how we can get everyone on board from a Tswane perspective, so that, you know, we play our parts in terms of helping the businesses grow and survive during these tough times.
Yeah. You know, I cannot, Henry, bringing up that presentation of Sabina, you guys have got to see this. It is something that the problem is that because we're all working in silos and we're not like supporting each other, we are not in competition. We should be working together so that when we get travelers or shoppers or whatever, they can't be going the whole day to Mainland or Centurion Mall. Let them do an attraction. Let them maybe do an activity. Let them sleep over. Let them do a pub hopping with a tour operator. Guys, it's endless. And I think that is what we have been missing. But we can't be missing this anymore. It's right in front of us. And I really believe that we have got an amazing city with amazing attractions and things to do. And we need that collaboration, one place where people can understand what to do, how to plan the itinerary, and every single person in this room can actually add value to that.
Yeah, Nico, just to reiterate what you just said as well, we must also realize that I'm going to take an example again, what Sabina said. You know, she visited, and her purpose was to come and visit art and art galleries. Now, she went to the Yafta, and that is the primary place she wanted to go. Thereafter, she wanted to go to another art gallery, and she didn't know where to go. Now, the point is, yes, let's say the art museum might be a kind of competition. You said we're not competition. We are in competition. In the end of the day, we're all trying to compete for the same money from that tourist. But after they've already finished their visit to Yafta, a person goes to Yafta already. They've already there. They've already spent their money. They cannot spend more money there. Great. So for you then as a product owner to also help market your competitors, your competition. In other words, another gallery. You're not going to lose that client or that tourist at all. You've already got that tourist.
Yeah.
You're basically giving them a better experience, and this is what it's all about. And getting back to Sabina's whole presentation, it's about experiences. People don't spend money on tangible items anymore. They want to spend it on experiences, and that is where we come in, and that is where we will make a better product for the whole city of Tshwane.
And the attractions chapter, Andrew, like we've discussed, restaurant chapter is key to your chapters, because people don't necessarily want to sit and eat there as well. Don't try and see if you're going to make more money out of them if they really want an experience. Let's pass on these customers to each other so that they spend more money in Tshwane. Not necessarily with one product. Let's give them this array of things to do so that they actually even like stay over. I mean, that's where the hotels and the B&Bs and all of those places come in. It's just a no-brainer in terms of a full-on like experience offering, and it starts with this chapter.
Yes, thank you. I totally agree, Nico. And Trust and MC, just sitting, you guys at basically one chance to speak, and already they offered everyone a marketing opportunity. And this is the type of thing we're trying to establish within this attractions, the network and the working together and seeing opportunities, marketing wise or what have it, so that we can all work together and form packages together. So MC and Trust, thank you very much for that. That is exactly what this is all about. Is there anyone else a question or a comment that they want to give?
Maybe Marianda.
Yes, from my side, thanks for the initiative. I'm looking forward to participate. I'm learning a lot of new things, so thank you.
Fantastic. So that's a yes, and you're part of this committee, and you'll be our slave.
Yes.
A slave for tourism. Fantastic.
Nico, unfortunately, guys, Nico is one of those very persistent people that put you. So just mentioning all of that, Liz will, after this meeting, just send everyone an email with also the link to this recorded session. And then in that also, please, if you can see your way forward and indicate where you will be willing to stand as a committee member. Again, like Nico said, it's going to be a meeting once a month, maybe a little bit more if need be. It's about networking. It's about getting together, sitting around a table, not always a Zoom meeting, maybe face-to-face sometimes, seeing different venues, and then also obviously, sitting a little bit of a brain scrum, networking and seeing opportunities. And then also, a big part that we didn't mention was the problems that we have from our industry, problems that we foresee that we as a TTA then can take the matter to the municipality or the whatever bodies we need to go to. Got quite a lot of inroads there. And then, as a collaborate, we've got a bigger voice to work together.
Yeah, for sure. And then also what we will do is, as soon as we establish this committee, which it looks that we have already got a few that comes from this meeting, we will create a WhatsApp group, if that's fine with you guys. It will be just this committee for quick information sharing and ideas so that we can actually propel things into an agenda for the next committee meeting, so that you guys, when you do sit, you get down and work on some ideas. And that's when Henry will bring it to the TTA office, and we will then look at resources as well as efforts within the different chapters to get involved, whatever the case might be in terms of the idea.
Cool. Nico, okay, that's it from my side. Is there any other questions or comments?
Awesome.
No, seems, and I hope this is going to be all the meetings exactly 1 hour. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you very much for participating. Can I just take the opportunity quickly to wish Marianda and the Voortrekker Monument good luck this weekend. They've got the Aardklop show coming to the Voortrekker Monument, bringing it to Tshwane from Potch, and well done.
Amazing.
On that. That's already a big step for us.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank you.
it brings a lot of visitors to us as well, and some overflow to restaurants and accommodation and hotels and all the rest of it as well. So well done, Marianda, on that project.
Excellent. And then next time, because of this committee and these chapters, we can start working together sooner to actually promote the event, because I have like a 500,000 database that I could send out a mail shot to say, listen, book your ticket here and sleep over, free shuttle, you know, stuff like that. So there's so much that we can collaborate.
I'm looking forward. Thank you.
Us too.
Okay, guys, so expect a mail from Liz, and then I would really appreciate, you know, a strong team to join me and take hands and work forward. And thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule.
Agree.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Exciting, and thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks so much.
Okay,
Bye,
guys,
everyone.
bye.
Everyone.